Balancing acts. December 7th, 2010. Fast speed. There are different types of balancing acts. The most common is probably the tight wire or high wire, where a person walks along a tautly stretched wire between 2 points. Funambulism, better known as tightrope walking, gained popularity as a circus act in which one or more persons would walk along a rope or wire which was suspended between 2 points above the circus ring. Some tightrope walkers would hold a pole horizontally to help them keep their balance, or they would just use their arms outstretched, and sometimes the act would even be performed without the benefit of a safety net to catch them if they fell. Nowadays, if the wire is more than 7 meters off the ground, then it is usually classed as a high wire act. Another type of balancing act is the slack wire. Here, the wire or rope is not stretched tightly, but hangs loosely. The weight of the person walking along it provides the tension. The skills necessary to perform successfully on the slack wire are different from those necessary to keep one's balance on a tightrope because the rope or wire is looser. The most famous form of balancing act could well be the skywalk. Like the high wire, this is where a person walks along a stretched wire, but rather than taking place in a circus or other indoor location, it takes place outside in unusual situations, for example, between two skyscrapers or across the canyon. High wire or skywalking acts invariably attract a lot of attention from the public, and feats such as crossing Niagara Falls have attracted high wire artists for generations. In 1859, on June 30th, the famous Blondin crossed the gorge below the Niagara Falls waterfall in America using a tightrope suspended 50 meters in the air. Born in 1824, Charles Blondin started life as Jean-François Gavrolet. He adopted the name Charles Blondin later in life, perhaps as a stage name. He began training as an acrobat at the age of 5, and in 1855 went to the United States. 4 years later, he made his name at Niagara Falls, though this was only the first time he completed the feat. In later years, he repeated it in a variety of ways. Once he walked across blindfolded, once he did it on stilts, and once he even carried a man across on his back. However, not all tightrope walkers were as successful as Blondin. In 1887, Stephen Pear fell from his tightrope and died at Niagara Falls, despite have completed the challenge without difficulty on several previous occasions. Disasters such as this have done little over the years to dissuade daredevils from taking up the challenges posed by high wire walking. From natural geographical features such as waterfalls and gorges to man-made objects such as skyscrapers and suspension bridges, tightrope walkers have attempted to walk across them all. In 1974, the French high-wire walker Philippe Petit walked across a high wire suspended between the two towers of the World Trade Center in New York, and records continue to be broken as high wire enthusiasts compete for the next record attempt. Such is the appeal of balancing acts that you can even book tightrope walkers to perform at private parties or corporate functions and business events. A quick search on the internet will reveal an astonishingly wide choice of acts. You can choose from a variety of performances: the ballet-style high-wire act, the comic tightrope act with or without juggling, acts with balancing poles, and acts without them. The list goes on and on. Tightrope walking may be a centuries-old performing art, but it is obviously anything but old-fashioned.